It's time for the podcast.
And we're live.
Podcast.
Folks, welcome to Good
Boing.
Crack. Good friggin' crack.
Welcome to the Good Crack Podcast. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear myself. Just let me know if I'm getting too loud.
No, yeah, you're good.
You're
good.
moving, Tim.
Dude.
Guys, today we have an episode that we've been looking forward to for a long time. An episode that I think Joey and I truthfully didn't know if we were going to be able to do.
Yeah.
Why is that?
We debated it heavily.
Yeah.
We said if we have Tommy Holder, the great Leverett Tommy Holder V on the podcast, will it be our podcast anymore or will it be his podcast?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to be talking about what I want to talk about.
Oh, God. I will say this. I'm not held liable for anything Tommy says.
He said it, not
Me neither. This is a clone. I'm a clone.
If anyone's ever looking to put Tommy on Saturday Night Live, just know it wasn't him or us speaking.
I would never
Hold up.
get on there. Pete Davidson and Bill Hader ruined that for me.
Yeah.
That's
So why did Pete ruin it for you, and then
because
why
I
did
look
Bill?
kind of like Pete Davidson a little bit, but then I get Bill Hader all the time. But I've gotten Pete Davidson enough to be like, okay.
Look at Foofy. Tommy brought his dog Foofy here.
Foofy's a great dog.
She's amazing.
She's the best.
She was just, as Matt was introducing him, she was just digging holes in my bed, just
Yeah.
trying to get to
She's
China.
a truffle dog.
I
Yeah.
call that her chicken dance.
The chicken dance,
Yeah.
yes, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good girl. I love her little gray beard. She's very wise.
Yeah, I need to shave her beard.
No, leave that beard.
Leave that little gray thing.
I love it.
So Tommy,
Get over here, Foofy.
yeah, here she is. Come here. What the hell's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Getting old and my back hurts for the first time. Like I had a nagging back pain.
Yeah.
I
Today.
feel like if
I've
you're
never-
only getting a back pain now, you're doing pretty good, dude.
Mm.
Like just lower back. Like when I stand up, I'm like, ugh. So that's not good. I'm scared.
I think you're
scared.
You're in the prime of your life.
Yeah, well, I think that I gotta fucking make some shit happen and enjoy it.
How old are you, Tommy?
I'm 28 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
28. I'm about to turn 24 tomorrow. That's 4 years older than I.
Wow.
Really?
Look at that.
You guys are both. So when you
I'm 25.
Okay, so you guys graduated in 2014,
Of high
15
school?
for me.
2015.
I was
Wow, that's crazy.
2016.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I feel old and weird.
When did you graduate high school?
2011.
Wow. So you were in
Yeah.
school for Columbine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy graduated in my brother's class.
2001.
Yeah. I mean, I
1998.
wasn't in the Columbine school
Yeah, per
or
se.
like really understanding what that was at all.
But you were in the town
Yeah,
at the
how
time.
old were you when that happened?
I don't fucking know.
7, 6?
I was in third grade when 9/11 happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember 9/11?
I remember 9/11. I'm one of the higher, morally superior people.
It's crazy
Yeah,
because like,
I don't
I don't remember it either. Yeah,
no.
I was born,
Yeah.
but I was
I was
like
in kindergarten.
Yeah, I'm better than
yeah,
you. That I
preschool.
understand more about life.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's very true. So
Yeah.
where do you hail from?
I hail from Connecticut.
Ah, Connecticut.
Little town called Durham, Connecticut.
Okay.
It had a lot of farms, and it had the New England's biggest agricultural fair.
Wow.
Is Connecticut considered New England?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
But it's also part of the tri-state.
I was a Patriots fan.
Really?
The New England Patriots. I was
Wow.
allowed, but actually,
That's crazy.
Our town was in between the Giants Stadium and the Patriots Stadium, so they did a thing in our town on the news where they're like, "This is the town in the middle." When they played in the Super Bowl, and they had,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So they went to Durham to do some stories.
yeah, I didn't go to that. though.
Connecticut's like a real bastard state then.
Yeah, it is. Cause it's, like you said, tri-state and New England.
Wow.
Hey.
It's a nice place to grow up, though.
Yeah.
you enjoyed your
it?
childhood?
I enjoyed it.
What was Durham like? And like, if you can compare it to, I don't know, is it like a straight up suburb? Is it very
It's just
spread out?
it's suburby.
Okay.
It's very suburban.
Very
I had a
suburban.
river
Oh,
like
wow.
separating my house from my neighbor, and then there's a hill from my other neighbor. So I always felt like I had a good, like, private area. That's what I don't like about the city is there's no privacy.
Yeah.
Even if you have like a big house, you're not gonna have a bigger house than like me growing up. I don't
Yeah.
think like you're gonna have to pay like $2 million for that here anywhere. So it kind of makes me like, oh,
How long will you be here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I
mentioned
feel like
that.
the people who want to live here longer are like, they're either rich or they're alcoholics.
Yeah.
Or they're like a rich alcoholic, or they grew up here. Because I don't know why you'd want to be in this fucking place beyond like 33. Like, you know,
No, that's
once
fair.
I'm done, like, just fucking tossing them back, I'm gonna fucking, you know.
But do you have desire to go back to Connecticut or somewhere else?
I don't know.
You don't want to go to Michigan, right?
No.
Yeah.
Ohio.
Oh wait, where was the big wasn't there just a really bad
Shooting?
No. Tornado.
That went through like
Kentucky?
Kansas or something. It went through like 60.
It's like the Wizard
It was
of Oz.
like hundreds of miles that thing traveled.
No, yeah, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah, well,
It was
it was close because I said Kansas, and that starts with a K.
That is true. There's probably only
Yep.
2 states that begin with a K.
Yeah, but yeah, so my apartment flooded
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
because they're like, this is a once in a lifetime tornado. Oh, this is a once in a lifetime
The
rainstorm.
one like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
it
so
rained like
it rained
like
6 inches,
6 inches
in an hour.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there playing video games, and Patty, who's on this podcast, if you guys are, avid
They know Patty
podcasters,
DeFito.
Patty DeFetus.
ba-
God.
I'm a comedian.
So all of a sudden I look, because I live in the basement, and there's a back door to the backyard. You guys been there?
Yeah.
And then water just starts rushing in. Just
Oh,
it's
the
not like,
stairs.
it's like my room's leaking. It's like all of a sudden my room's just being
Your
flooded.
room became the drain of your backyard because it went
Yes.
down. It's like
Yes.
10 stairs down into the
How
door
did
that
you
leads to
react?
it.
What was
Holy
your
shit.
initial reaction like when you saw the
I'm on
water?
Xbox and I'm like, dude, oh my god, my apartment's flooding, and I just get up and I'm just holding this door closed. And my other roommate who lives downstairs wasn't home. It was his birthday, and he was back visiting his parents. So, like, it's just me, and then Patty lives above me. So I'm just like, Patty! But all these months and months of playing Xbox, just screaming at the fucking TV, he didn't think anything was going on.
Oh, shit.
So it took him like 3 minutes to come downstairs, and he said by the time he came down the stairs, it was down. The water was down the hall. Like, it was like within 30 seconds, my room was completely like water
Dude, you're
all
lucky
over the
you didn't
floor.
get fucking like
Christ.
electrocuted.
Dude, that's what we were thinking. Because if it continued the way it was, it would have been like really bad. Like there
an
was like
electrical
5 inches
fire.
at one point. Yeah, but there's power strips plugged in that were still like the lights
Yeah,
were
yeah.
still on for them. It was fucking crazy. Like
Isn't that how mad
I could have
people
died.
died?
Other people did die.
Yeah.
If your basement was smaller and it was like a similar situation to that shit could have filled up like so
Easily.
quick. If it wasn't like my
You have
Yeah.
some space to deal with.
yeah, I had enough space, but we ended up just brushing everything into the laundry room. It took me
That's
fucking 12
insanity.
hours. Yeah, so if that happens again, I might have to move, and I don't want to move. But if I had to move, I might leave.
So Tommy,
Yeah.
you're a resident of BK Brooklyn now, right?
I'm a Bushwick guy. My apartment was shot with a gun. That was
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And there, before that, 3 days before that, there was a shooting down the road.
Nice.
So
you're in
that's
the
always
middle of
fun,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you stay strapped?
I stay strapped. Don't tell anyone, but I always carry a gun on me.
Is that what
I have
Foofy carries in her little
illegal
sweater?
guns. No, I don't. I don't stay strapped, but I did get attacked by a guy with a hammer.
Oh, how'd that go?
Not good, but it went as good as it could have gone because he had a hammer and he didn't hit me with it.
Uh-huh.
So that's pretty good. But it was bad because I felt like,
Emasculated.
okay, I didn't feel like completely emasculated because I thought this guy started jumping on my back. And I thought it was a friend, like, oh, yeah, I'm your friend. Oh, and I'm getting off the train. The guy's jumping on my back. And he's like, what's up, man? What's up? I'm like, okay. And then it's going on for like too long where it's like not a friendly thing. I'm like, what is going on? And the guy puts me in a headlock, drags me down to the ground, and starts fucking choking me. And luckily my friend like was walking ahead of me for some reason, and he turns around and gets the guy off me. Like as soon as he goes up, the guy gets off me. And I get up, and it's just a guy brandishing a hammer, pointing at me, going, "Don't say anything about my mother." And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and then another train came. He got right on the train.
Damn.
I had to file a police report.
Well, why did you say something about his mother, Tommy?
Well, he was black, so no. I didn't say anything about his mom. That's
Yeah.
why I have a problem with masks, because I think it was a schizophrenic problem. I'm wearing this mask, and he probably thought underneath it I was going to fuck your mom. I fucking hate your mom. But in reality, I wasn't saying anything to him.
Right.
We were talking about his mom. So if I didn't have the mask on, maybe
Could have been avoided.
maybe he would have been like, oh.
You heard it here,
Jesus
CDC.
Christ.
Your move.
So yeah, it made me want to like be able to fucking like defend myself or like fight somebody if I had to. Like I wish I could have killed them, but I couldn't.
No,
So,
you can't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have gone away with that one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So you started your days in Connecticut. What was your childhood like? How did you get to be the comedian you are today? Were you a child star?
I was a little funny kid, and I always liked nursery rhymes and movies and like performative kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And I feel like my grandma was like, she liked me because my aunt had 3 girls, and then my dad had me, so I was the firstborn, and I was the favorite. And I feel like she always gave me a lot of attention in that capacity, and like I would like film home movies and stuff like that of me being like, I want to be this or whatever, and I just liked like performing and doing stuff like that. So that's where I kind of like got into that, and then.
And then you told us that then you started acting. You took acting
Well,
classes.
I didn't take acting classes. I went to the UCB. When I got out of high school, I didn't do good in high school. I didn't even get to walk at graduation. It kind of sucked.
Why?
Because I failed algebra too. Because I wasn't a math kid, but I always wanted to be like everyone else, you know.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you want to be in dev skills where they like help you with your homework and you still get a credit, and it's like, but I'm like, I don't want to fucking do. I'm not stupid. I'm just retarded, you know what I'm saying? No.
Math isn't
Delete
for
that.
everyone.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, but you know, I'd have ADHD, and like, you know, it's hard to focus, especially on fucking math. We would have 4 classes a day, and it's 85 minutes a class, and
What?
sometimes you don't have the fucking capacity for
What
math.
fucking high school did you go
The
to,
thing is
dude?
that I failed algebra 1. Had to go to summer school for that. That sucked. And then the next year I was like, oh, I could be like everyone else, and I took algebra 2 and I fucking failed it.
Oh wow, you could like choose to.
Well,
take...
I chose to take it. I wish my parents were like, no, you're not a math kid. It's okay. You don't have to be a math kid. But so I ended up failing that on top of other stupid things. I'm not going to go through my whole high school injustices, but I ended up taking an Adderall, and I had to pass this test. I had to get an 80 on it in order to just be eligible for summer school. If I didn't do that, I would have had to do adult ed or something in order to fucking graduate. So I was studying with this kid who my mom had as her mom's friend. Her kid was good at math, so I was supposed to be getting tutored by him, but it turned into us just smoking weed and not doing tutoring. So then I'm like trying to learn for this shit. I'm like, I can't fucking do this, dude. So I got an idea. I was like, I'm going to give you an Adderall. I'm going to get the test. I'm going to get a copy of the test. I'm going to go drop the test outside. You're going to pick it up and do it, and then give me my test back. And I did that, and it worked, and I was able to graduate high school.
Wow.
It was my last fuck you to the high school. It was the last final I took in school. So that felt good, at least.
Smooth criminal,
that was
Michael Jackson type.
That was my triumphant thing.
All right.
So then after all that, I was like, I suck at school, and I felt like I was funny, and I wrote a bunch of jokes, and then did improv, and I would like basically commute here to do a comedy class in Manhattan, and then I would also do UCB. So I'd come here for I essentially drove. It was like 6 hours of travel to do an open mic. But
What do you mean 6 hours? You were that far out in Connecticut?
Yeah, because you'd have to take the fucking train. You'd have to get I'd go to
Jesus
New Haven,
Christ.
so that's 30 minutes to New Haven, then 2 hours on the train, then a 30-minute walk to the UCB or to the comedy class.
And then all that back?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
And what was those
Dedicated.
early experiences like of the comedy class in UCB?
How old
I was
you were?
18 years old,
Okay.
and I went up the first time in the class, and I had just a bunch of one-liners, and it worked. And I got a really good reaction from the class, and then we did a class show where everyone goes up. It's all new comedians.
Mm-hmm.
They're all older. I was the youngest kid in there, like by like 5-10 years at least.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and we filmed it. I like crushed. Like I did really well. Like I've never crushed that hard ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like still to this day, I've never had a set that good. And I put it up on YouTube, but I didn't like tell anyone about it. I was like, I'm not gonna, because I'm not a fucking real, I wasn't trying to be like, oh, look at me, this is my first time doing whatever. But some kid in my town found out about it, and he posted it on Reddit. So I woke up overnight, and it had like 10,000 views and like 250 thumbs up from having like 300 views or something like that.
Oh,
so I was like, oh, that's my first time. I'm fucking so good at this shit, like blah, blah, blah. So then, now my life's ruined essentially because of that. That all led me
That
to
false boost.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good boost, but it like made me lazy. But also I was 18. What the fuck did I have to joke about? Like, I just
Sex
it was
with
just
your
dark.
hand?
It was like dark humor and stuff, which worked because I was young. I looked young. I like opened up with like, what is this 12-year-old doing on stage? And like people would laugh at that. Like that's how I'd start my set because yeah.
Self-deprecating.
Yeah, and it worked. It worked pretty well. So now I'm doing this, and it's comedy. Really, it's great. It's very fun.
So then you're 18 at this point. You're doing that. You're doing UCB. What happens next? Do you go to college? Or
College for me. No college for me. I just kind of moved here, and I didn't even really do open mics. I did like comedy classes in UCB, and try to get on shows, and then I was eventually like, okay, I need to fucking actually start going and doing mics and stuff like that.
When did you move here?
I moved here 5 years ago.
So you were 23?
Yeah, but it took me like 2 years to just get the confidence to go and do like an open mic.
What were you doing 18 to 23? You're still out of
I was just
Connecticut.
doing like class shows. I was doing comedy classes. I would do like shows with that. And they would go good, but none of them went as well as the first show. And then I was working at Caroline's too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I first moved here, the first job I got was as a real estate agent, which was an idiot thing.
Don't worry.
So I go there and I
got your license?
Yeah, I did the class, and then I never went and fucking took the actual thing. So I could probably go take it right now.
We've given the real estate agents their fair share.
Yeah,
of gun
Well,
fun.
he works for Third Horn Investments.
Yeah.
I
Our
remember.
investment firm.
Perfect.
Yes, that's what I do.
Candidate.
And so I remember I was in the class. This is how much I knew about New York. He's like, oh, look for apartments over in Bed-Stuy that you would list, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what's Bed-Stuy? I literally didn't even fucking know, like, what that was. And I'm trying to be, like, it was just terrible. But I never went to college, so my dad, like, helped me with my rent, like, the first year. Which, I'm fucking blessed to have. But my parents support my comedy, like, 100%.
That's great.
That's awesome.
But
That's really great.
So then you move out here at 23, and that's when you start digging in, hitting mics.
I really didn't start until, like, I would do, like, one mic a week, and I would just go up and get fucked up, like, each Monday. I would just do new stuff, like, stuff that I'd get a little hammered, and I'd go up, and it would go well. And, like, but I was just lazy and, like, anxious and, like, didn't fucking, I don't know. I was just not working hard enough at it. I would always write. I always, like, if anytime I had an idea, like, you guys have seen me. I'm not a bad comedian.
No.
You're one of my favorites.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I don't know what else I'm going to fucking do. My girlfriend's a therapist, and I'm a dog walker. And I also will DJ weddings. If you guys need a wedding DJ, I could DJ.
Well,
I could
you
do that.
DJ.
Yeah.
You DJ comedy shows.
Yeah.
I did DJ comedy shows. PD De Abreu, he had a comedy show at Queen's Brewery, and I lived over near there, so I would DJ his show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
joking. I was making a
He's
reference
gonna
to something else.
He's
but we
gonna
won't have to bring
DJ
it
our
up.
comedy show.
I'll DJ it. I would play a little rap instrumental. Boom. They'd come on stage. It
and
wouldn't
then
be
you
anything.
freestyle.
Sometimes he would come up on stage and just kind of mess around and freestyle afterwards. But
No,
I
mean,
would.
you would freestyle
No.
rap.
No,
Give
I
us
can't
a
be
bar.
free anything. I'm not. I'm not. I hate myself.
Hey, listen.
I
don't
talk.
you
I
ever.
talk too much. I go. Why did I say that? Yeah, God.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just a walking cringe lord.
No, Tommy, you got a
No,
fucking
that's not
heart
true.
of gold.
You're
That's
a
what we
walk-
want the people to
You're
know,
a walking
dude.
piece of art.
You're a walking piece of art.
Walking piece of something else.
Say it. Say the word you're gonna say.
Trash.
So you finally start doing mics for real. You're getting after it. And then like kind of sync us up to a little bit more recent. Then you're in the scene. And when do you meet like Patty, for example?
Oh, Patty was a godsend because and you guys were too, because I literally would hang out here and I met people and I got along with them, but it wasn't really like a good like oh, I want to fucking like hang out with this dude and fucking, kiss him and stuff. And like, I just didn't really vibe with anyone like really, really well. Like I had my friends here, but they have their own fucking lives and they don't do comedy. So I met Patty at an open mic when he had just moved here like 3 weeks in. And at that point I had lived here for 4 years, I think, or
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I really didn't even have a friend like that. So luckily I met him because during COVID I would have had like, you already have the couple people in your life, then they have their own thing, and then,
Yeah.
So I met him at a mic, and I was really happy to have met him because he's a good dude, obviously.
Yeah, you guys are a great duo.
Yeah, he gets pissed at me because I go around and I fight people at the open mics. And, that's a problem
people
in
just
itself.
don't get
Chaos and order. It's
Yeah.
like you guys balance out.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called yin and yang. It's been
Exactly.
around for billions of years.
Yeah. So that's always fun. Just
And what's been like your approach to comedy?
I always try to do like 5 minute, like everything I want it to all relate to each other. It's like, when I do a set, I want it to be like about getting like growing up or drugs or fucking like, stuff that just really segues well together where I can just kind of not stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like ADD, like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I feel like I kind of get lost sometimes because I understand what point I'm trying to make, but I'll just like kind of skip over information. I'm just like
Take different ways to get there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But it's going. Hopefully something happens. I'm trying to do like 500 sets this upcoming year, which, I mean, there's probably comedians out there who are like, 500, I'll do like 1,000 a year. Well, 500 for me would be probably more than I've ever done. So
it'd have to be like 10 sets a week.
yeah.
Nice. Let's get
Yeah.
you busy, son.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Which is actually, like, you think about it, it's so doable, but you just
it's
have to
doable, but
grinding your
it's
cock
just
off.
and then I also have to be a selfish lover, and I have to leave the mic after I perform, which I hate doing.
That's been a big controversial thing because
Yeah,
Tommy
Tommy-
Holder
I
does.
hate
Listen,
that.
let's put it
Yeah.
on the record now for all of our fellow comedians who definitely don't listen to our podcast, but that have been on it. Tommy Holder doesn't like when people leave the mic. Has nothing against you as a person, I don't think. You know what I mean?
It's a little personal because I personally watched them.
So you want to make sure that they watch
What's your
you.
philosophy?
The fair
Explain it
trade,
to
yeah.
It's just like, why are we doing this if you're performing and then you're doing your performance and I'm absorbing it? Because why else am I there? Why are you doing it? Because people are there. People are supposed to laugh. Then you do your thing, and then like there's cum all over my face, and then it's time for me to pull my wiener out, and then they're like, no, and they leave.
Yeah.
It's like, I can understand if you go in there and crush, but it's just something that really irked me before. Now I don't care about it as much because I'm actually getting, like, Dean has been putting me on his show, so I'm getting like a little bit more out of comedy. But when it was just me doing mics and I'm like seeing these same fucking people come in and out and leave, and like then they don't know me as a comedian, so I perform and they don't know like what like I'm about or even get to know me as a person. And that's the only way that you can make an open mic fun is if you relate to each other or the room is like giving the energy or like because I felt more comfortable now just having you guys in the room. It makes me feel more relaxed.
For
and
sure,
more like
because
I
then
have,
it's like your friends are there and they get what's going on.
and I have more. But lately, I'll hate someone, then they'll I'll talk to them, and then they'll, maybe they stay. I don't hate everyone, but I just there's something about me that I just really hated when people would do that.
I totally get where you're coming from, because it's like, hey, I'm up here like not bearing my soul, but it's like this is hard and it's vulnerable, and we're all trying to go through it together. And like you fucking do your thing, and I just sat through it, and then you leave. Fuck you. And then, like, me and Joey, like, are the anomaly, because, like, everyone's like, why do you guys stay so long? Like, we stay from the beginning to the end of, like, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but it's worked out well for you guys, too, though, because you've, like, I feel like you've made a pretty good amount of friends.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. That's not our true intention.
It's not that, but that's...
It's like, it's good to just learn.
It's networking.
Yeah, for sure.
That's half the thing.
But I also get, like, I would never hate on somebody, because if it's just like, hey, I'm going to leave now because, like, I don't give a fuck you. But I think a lot of people are like, listen, I do want to go do 5 shows tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I understand that aspect of it, but if you do that every single time, like, there's people who I've talked to who are like, oh, I leave after a meet, like, every single time. It's like, well, when I see you, I'm just not going to really, like, I'm not giving you any fake energy. I'll laugh if you're funny, but I'm not going to I'm not going to try to push you.
Yeah.
No, that makes total sense.
It's just kind of like due diligence for me.
Yeah. No, but it's all networking, dude. Like, half of this shit is networking.
Mm-hmm.
It's holiday season, and you don't know what to get as a gift for a stocking stuffer. Well, today's sponsor, Manscaped, has the tools to guarantee you win this year's stocking stuffer white elephant competition. Manscaped, TM, is the leader in men's below-the-waist grooming, and they have served more than 4 million men worldwide. If my math is correct, that's almost 8 million balls. Get 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com with code
GOODCRACK. Ho, 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 fellas. Naughty or nice, 'tis the season to perform with your cock and balls.
I'm talking shaft and all. I'll tell you what, ever since I started using Manscaped, I've been fucking.
Yeah?
Been fucking all over the place.
Cleaned up? All clean?
It's
what
like
what are you doing it with?
Oh, what am I doing my cock with?
What device do you use?
I use a little device known as the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. The best name in precision below the waist grooming, folks. I'm telling you, it's got a ceramic blade. It's got a 4K light. It's wireless. It has wireless charging. It's so water resistant. You could bring it in the shower with you and be fine. You could fucking put it under the sink and clean away all them dust mites from your cock. You're going to get rid of those crabs, folks, because they're going to be gone. They're not going to have a habitat to live in anymore. Your pubes are going to be gone.
Oh,
it's
my God.
Beautiful
That sounds
thing,
amazing.
Man.
You bring it in the shower, and after you shave your sack up and you wash it down, you get out of the shower and you dry off and then apply a little bit of the crop preserver ball deodorant. Oh my God.
Tommy, what's your pubes looking like these days?
I don't have any because I use my Manscaped.
Really?
Couple times a week.
Fuck yeah.
Couple times a week.
That's amazing.
Couple times a week.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta get.
Let me ask you this, Tommy.
Keep it fresh.
Without naming any names, did you use any blades or buzzers before you got Manscaped, and did you have any shaving accidents?
I did, and it was not fun. It was not a fun time.
Tell us the story.
Well,
go in depth as you want. Get gruesome with it.
I nicked it.
And what happened?
Well, because some areas are easier to shave with a regular razor, but other areas are not. And I, nicked my prenis, as they would say.
And what happened?
Yeah, the base of my prenis, and it bled.
Was there blood coming out of your cock?
Not out. Well, yes, out of it.
Oh, yeah. What happened? Were you like?
And I was like, I gotta go get the Manscaped.
And that's what fixes it every damn time.
Every damn
Folks,
time.
Manscaped, they have the Performance Package 4.0. It's the greatest performance package they have, and it's at the top of every man's wish list this year. Inside of it, you're going to get the Lawnmower Body Trimmer, the 4.0. It's the best trimmer on the market. Matt told you all about it. You're going to get the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. You're going to rub it on your sack, and you're going to get the Crop Reviver Ball Toner to maximize your balls' hygiene routine. And you're going to get what else?
Folks, listen, you're going to get so much, and we've named the stuff you're going to get.
Boxers,
a t-shirt.
a travel bag.
A travel bag, which is so nice and leather. But let me tell you something, folks.
Women will love you for it. That's Manscaped's words, not ours.
And guys, it's 2021. Christmas is coming up. How far are we out from Christmas? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Listen, guys, it's 2021. We're not living in the Kennedy era anymore where you'd make each other sentimental gifts on Christmas and you'd wake up Christmas morning and say, here was what I got you, a poem written in my blood. No, that's fucking stupid. You know what happened to Kennedy, guys? I don't know if you heard about this. John F. Kennedy had his head blown off by a communist that was a Russian defector named Lee Harvey Oswald in Dealey Plaza in Dallas on November 23rd, 1963. That's what happened to that guy. You know, if that's what you want your family structure to be like, please have gifts ready to go, sentimental nonsense. Or you could be a normal person, a cool person living in 2021. Buy your family and your friends the Manscaped Performance Package. Buy them any product from Manscaped.
Great stocking stuffer and an even better Secret Santa gift.
And you know what, guys? Even if it's gotten too late, listen, Manscaped's got great shipping, and did I mention with good crack, it's free? But let's say you're getting down to the week of Christmas, and the gift's not going to be there on time. On Christmas Eve, buy your whole family a Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. Buy the Performance Package, and do what we all do. Print out a picture of it, put it in a card, and say, listen, it'll be here in 2 weeks, Donna. This is what you're fucking getting, you know?
Oh, my
You know what I mean?
God.
We're living in a consumer world, and these are consumer times. Get with the fucking times.
Just buy it. Buy it.
Go to manscaped.com and use code GOODCRACK for 20% off and free shipping. That's code GOODCRACK, GOODCRACK. Goodbye. Your fucking balls will thank you.
Your balls will thank you.
You know, and also the more people you know, the more you want to get out and do it, the more inspired you are to like be out with them. Because when I first moved here, I still had friends, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like it is now where I could like now go to a mic with you. Like Patty was like my guy before. Like I would go with him everywhere.
Yes.
Like I would just like I liked having someone to go with. And that's the other thing that kind of scares me about comedy is like the aspect of loneliness. Like if I feel like
dude.
kind of alone, like if I'm like, you know, ever at the point where I'm fucking
listen,
going around, like I don't know.
Me and Joey say it all the time, and like I give you guys all the most credit in the world because I'm assuming there was a point where you had to go to an open mic for the first time and the first couple times by yourself.
Yeah,
but, like, me and Joey did it together for the first several times, almost every time.
Yeah.
And it's like if we didn't have that, I don't know what the fuck we would have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even like that. The first mic I think I went to in New York was Dean's mic. It was the Booyah mic at 10 p.m. on Mondays, and I would just drink Long Island iced teas and get fucked up. And then that became like the weekly thing I would go and do. And it was a clicky mic, and I would always have fun there. Like it would just be like a fun little Monday night. And then, I don't know, I loved it. Loved it.
And then like even what you were just saying, it's like it is like networking, and like I hate to make I feel like the most like bullshit business term now is like network. Like everything is networking. But like the thing is, it's networking, but it's the best kind because it's like you hang around after a mic. The people that did stay and that you're like you thought were funny or cool, you go up to them after, loved your set, you start bullshitting at the bar. You get a great friend out of it. You know what I mean? You get a friend that you know is funny, that you know is cool, you know is going to have some cool life story behind them. And then also at the same time, that friend also happens to host a show that they'll throw you on. So it's like just like the big aspect I think for me and Joey too is like, oh, we're like getting a part of a scene where we're meeting these fucking dope people and creating a friend group that's also, like you said, like a network of people that you could help each other work.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I was saying to Patty, I said to Joey, every time I get fucked up, I'm like, I love you guys. You guys are fucking cool. Because I'm actually glad to have, like, I feel like I have a good, like, actual other comedy friend group now.
Yeah.
When before it was just me annoying Patty, just driving him crazy. Now I can kind of, split it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
There's
annoying
way more.
everyone.
There's way more French fries to take from.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah.
Dude, that's the funniest thing because Patty really is like the heart of gold and like Tommy's just like pure chaos, but in the best kind of way. Like, you know, Patty loves you to death, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm a difficult person sometimes.
So then that brings you kind of modern day timeline. We walk into your life. I feel like the first time we saw you had to be at the shop, right?
No, aggressively chill.
Was it the first time?
Yeah.
I feel like we
I
saw
remember
him
saying
at
to
the
Joey, like, come to Patty's mic tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh yeah, I go to his mic. Like, I'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that then. Actually,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And
we went to
aggressively,
Patty's mic like a few times.
Yeah, Aggressively Chill was pretty huge, but it also kind of pivoted things for me because I was able to rinse out a bunch of material. Then I'm like, oh, this is... So then once I burned through all that stuff, I was kind of like, oh, fuck, like, now what the fuck do I do? And I was kind of like, I don't even know. And then I would go up on stage and I'd want certain jokes to work, and then they'd bomb, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? So I got lazy for a couple months, but then I was like, oh, I forgot about this stuff and this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got some work to do.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're working.
We're grinding.
We're always grinding.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's been so funny because, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I talk out of my ass 99% of the time about the stand-up comedy world because we've been doing it for a grand old 4 months now. Hello, Foofy. Do you want to do a little ASMR? Yes, lick the mic. This is Foofy.
There you go.
Good girl.
She gave him a kiss.
She gave me a little Kim.
She's a girl boy.
She's a girl boy.
She could sense the death on me. She smells that Buster had passed within the last year, and that I need a dog in my life.
Fufu.
Thank you, Foofy. You're such a good girl.
Fufu is a good girl.
So yeah, what I was gonna say is like, I feel like in the 4 months that we've been a part of it, like, I've watched so many things like evolve and change. I don't know if I'm talking out of my ass, but I feel like the first couple times we went to like the shop, maybe because it's like a COVID thing, like we were kind of coming back when like COVID was really ending, you know, like in the like last couple months, like I feel like the shop went from like, yeah, like a decent open mic to like, there's a show every night. There's a fucking, all these people are starting shows there. The mics are packed. You know, Aggressively Chill just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I feel like it's just been so much fun to watch all these things kind of just come back from COVID and evolve, and all of our friends are doing big things, starting shows, getting on big shows. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's been good, and it's also been challenging though. The more, but now it's time to fucking. I need to get past at some places.
Yeah,
I need more than like one set.
You gotta go do auditions for.
Dude. I just want that Saturday night like laugh at nothing kind of shit.
Yeah.
Where you just come out and you give them one line, and they're like, and you just, it's like then in your head you're like, oh, I got him.
Dude, that is the most fucked up part about stand up, isn't it? Because like we spent like a month bombing at open mics. Then we got to do the DTUT open mic where we crushed, and it was a real audience. So we got that first fucking taste of like, oh, if you're not performing for 15 other like half bitter stand up comics, people will laugh at generally most things as long as you put in a little effort.
Yeah.
And then you go like another month of just bombing at open mics.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh, we got to do DTUT, and then we got a real audience. I'm not DT. I'm Aggressively
The best
Chill.
thing for your comedy is to just watch other people like actually doing
that's
comedy,
that's
like
why
watching people.
We stayed through the whole thing.
Yeah, well, but if you watch like a professional do
like,
stand up,
yeah.
you watch someone professionally doing it, and they're like crushing, like getting laughs at shit where you're like, this isn't like the greatest. I feel like that inspires me more than like anything else.
Well, could it inform so much of something that is like the hardest part of stand up, where it's like writing you got to do, the subjects you broach, whatever, you do it, you're fine. But the hardest thing is like the stage presence and just feeling comfortable up there to like walk around and like, this is my time, I'm going to do it. And I feel like I got that only from watching other people that are good at doing that, you know?
Yeah, I got it from the liquor.
Yeah.
Are you a big liquor guy?
Liquid courage.
Yeah, liquid courage. No, I like getting drunk and performing though.
Yeah,
little drunk.
We got a lot of mixed. Let's get your your perspective on this. But I feel like early on, me and Joey would crush a couple of drinks before we went up, and then like some people were like, "Oh no, dude, I never drink before I go up," and then some people were like, "Fuck yeah, I drink before I go up." Like, what's your take on that?
Oh, well, I don't have to, but it definitely makes open mics more fun, and then it also makes it flow a little bit easier at a mic if I'm like drinking. And I also stay. It's the sober people who don't fucking stay. It's the people who go, oh, I'll get a seltzer, and then you're fucking watching comedy. You're like, this is don't want to be here anymore.
You're right. There's
like,
something to be said about everyone in the audience being drunk.
I really didn't like any more than two, and like two.
No,
like,
I feel you.
And
on
I
that.
didn't even do too often. That was like if like I went in Genesis, like
that was our early
just,
days.
You know,
Genesis was hooking it up with like 3 cocktails before
but like
we got on stage.
Generally speaking, a single beer never like bothered me. It was, if anything, loosened up a tiny bit.
when we first started out, and this is at least from my perspective, like I just was so nervous that I needed some liquid courage. Now it's like, oh, I'm just having a good time.
A single IPA will get the set going.
Yeah. Just lube you up a bit.
Yeah, 7.4, Yacht Club IPA.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Yacht Club IPA.
That's
cool.
that's the house name of the comedy shop's IPA.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they have their Pilsner too.
Yep. I drank too many IPAs and made a mess one time.
When?
This was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I was there.
Weeks ago.
Yeah,
So
I
when
just
you
I ended
hosted?
up being there and like browning out, and I went up to the owner like, "Let me get a show here."
Yeah, I was there that
And
night.
he's
That
like,
was the night.
"Get
Tommy
out of
hosted.
here!" Yeah, you left me, and then I was just hanging out with Fall Rivers. And he was
FallRivers.com.
he was
Tommy
talking-
Holder and Fall Rivers are the two people that when you'd walk into a bar, you'd be like, oh, fuck. Like, what's going on here?
Fall Rivers.
I like Fall Rivers.
Yo, he was that night that you're particularly talking about. He was so
He bought me a
nice.
shot. Here's the thing: I closed out, and then he bought me a shot, and I was like, "Ah, damn it!"
And then
I remember I'm just sitting there with Sully and Max Blake, and we're just like chopping it up about high school, talking about the old times. And I just hear a glass shatter behind me.
Oh yeah, and that was
And Tommy's like, he like yells at the wait, not yells at them, but he's like, excuse me, I destroyed one of your glasses. Like,
yeah. And then there was Fireball over the table, and then I don't know, I started getting a little too drunk. All the drinks started kind of hitting me.
and you're just like, what?
I was like, "Well, I gotta get out of here."
that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, dude, a lot of good times ahead with that.
Yeah,
for damn sure.
yeah, I'm not good at that. Fucking feel like I went on a little bit too long there.
What?
Well, just when people are asking me questions, not,
What do you mean?
I feel like I just talk a lot.
Nah, you
We love
crushed
the
it.
talking.
We love it. This is what we're here to do.
Okay.
That's the reason. That's how you pulled us in. Because I remember in the beginning, I'm like, what's going on with this Thomas Holder fella? Because, you got a very specific brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't
If you
know
want some water too, please.
what
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy is
He has
doing.
water for me right there.
And then you realize, we had that one great night together when you thought my name was Brandon or Alex.
Alex. Dude, I literally, when we were playing Xbox for like a couple days after, I was like, Alex. In the back, I said it like on accident a couple extra times.
Alex,
He
man.
looks like an Alex.
I've never gotten that before.
You look like an Alex.
I'll
You could
take it.
easily be an Alex.
I feel like you
Look at
probably
him.
just knew an Alex that slightly looked like him.
I think, yeah, I know a lot of Italian Alexes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know many. I
Yeah.
think the only I know now is Alex.
The other
Teixeira.
friend I have, Matt, is, well, he's like a,
Chinese.
I forget what he is. He's some sort of Latino thing.
I'm Chinese.
That is true.
Yeah, wait. What are you?
I'm
Chinese.
Chinese.
No, you're not.
Nah,
I think he's
I'm
just,
Italian and
I think,
Chinese.
I think you got the little Asian eyes going there a little bit, or maybe
think
he's
that's just the
fucking
chops.
high or whatever.
No, that's just the tokes.
Yeah.
I'm
Weed is
I'm
legal.
Italian and Irish.
Okay, I'm Irish, Polish, German, and American. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, and he met my grandmother in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So if
What
anyone
side was
tries
she
to
fighting
kill
for?
Hitler, I gotta stop him, or else I'm fucking dead. I would not exist if it wasn't for Hitler. So
Whoa.
blame Hitler for that.
Jeez.
What was worse?
Was your grandmother German?
Yes.
But she was one of the
They
ones-
actually hid a Jew. Her father hid
Okay,
a
they were
Jew in
good
the
Germans.
Holocaust.
Wow,
And
that's
they
very
actually,
interesting.
they ended up finding him.
No
They
way.
didn't find him in the house. He left 3 days before the war ended, and they killed him in the street.
No.
Yeah.
Way,
Yeah,
dude.
crazy.
I hate that shit. Dude.
Oh,
That's why, like,
dude.
movies about World War II and the Holocaust just get me because it was such a fucking wild
They blew up
time.
her like ballet place when she was leaving it, and it like
Oh my
glass
God.
went into the back of her
Dude,
legs. and
3 days before like liberation.
Dude, have you ever seen fucking Life is Beautiful? The
Yeah,
Italian
of
film?
course.
That's
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
day of.
Day
That
of.
shit tugs at my heartstrings every fucking time.
What a
Yeah.
great movie.
Dude, I've been talking about
You
this
can kill
recently.
Hitler.
Oh yeah, I think
I didn't mean
think
that.
I think they knew that.
Yeah.
You can kill Hitler. You can kill Hitler.
But I've been saying it lately, just contextualizing things. Like, there's going to be a situation eventually where it's like we're adults, right? And we're thinking about our parents. And it's like there's gonna be an idea in our head where it's like, why was that not? We aren't disconnected from our parents, but like think about it like this: my mother was born 10 years after the Nazis were defeated. You know what I mean? And I was born with cell phones and the internet. You know what I mean? Like, think about like how different of a fucking reality we grew up in.
Well,
No,
I feel like
time advanced very fast too.
yeah, I feel like we grew up at the right time. Like,
We grew up at a good time.
well, did you have VHS tapes?
Yeah.
With your
Yeah.
kids? See, if
Yeah.
you had to rewind, that was the last useless, kind of needless, shitty thing that anyone ever had to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Was
Like
rewinding the VHS
grades
tape.
below his, it's just like where it starts to deteriorate.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel
dude,
like
they had
everyone-
iPads. They grew up with iPads.
No
Yeah.
iPad. I
No,
feel like everyone
neither.
who's watching kids with the iPads now is not about
Oh,
that
not
shit.
good.
I'm not about it. Dude, I used to write way more jokes. Now I'm on my phone like 7 hours a day, dude.
Yeah,
easily.
it's
Literally
not good.
7 hours a day.
And they came out with that thing that it's like
It's
tells
drugs.
you your
During
time. And I'm
COVID,
like, this is
yeah,
just making
screen
me
time.
more depressed.
Dude, I have
Oh,
it
dude,
set for
screen time stats are real.
Yeah,
bro.
I have it on. I have
We
it
talked
on.
about that in the prelims in the summer. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I saw some kid on an iPad on the train, and the kid like, it's on the train, so it's a stupid kid. So its mom gave the kid the phone, and the kid's trying to watch Cocomelon YouTube videos, and she knew how to like click on new videos and get new videos up, but she's on the train, so she's not getting service. So she's just clicking the video, and it's not loading because
And she's like
she's underground,
tweaking.
and she's like, and the mom's like, and it was ridiculous. I'm
Did
like,
you
this
hit
is
the kid?
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went up and I started hitting the kid because that's what you need. You need to hit kids once in a while.
Well, a good way. That's a good segue. You know, Matt talks about the times. You know, and
I love.
I
good
got
time.
spanked, but it made me, respect authority.
authority.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing that they could really do to really make you respect authority.
I remember when I got to the age
spankaroo.
and height where I was like physically imposing on my parents, and I was pretty early, and I was like, "Listen, try something. I dare you." Dad.
No more wooden spoons.
Try something.
I was
I'm
like, "Dad, go for it.
Dad.
Give
I'm
me,
11 years old now.
give me a scoff
As
and
far
fudge.
back as I remember, I always wanted to punch my father.
I'm 13 now, Dad. I'm 5'8". I'll fuck you up."
I remember one time I said, try treating me like this when I'm 17, and my dad got mad. He's like, get outside, go,
How old were you?
leave. I was like 12 or something.
Go
I was
get a
like-
job.
Yeah.
I could have seen Tommy being the type of kid that got fed up one day, like when he was 14, 13, no, even younger, like 12, and took a stick and a sack and like, you feel
Yeah.
like a little
Yeah,
bundle.
yeah.
This-
He's walking down the road playing
Hitchhiking.
sad piano music.
He's trying to travel by thumb, as they
Yeah.
say.
No, I had a good childhood. My parents, I feel like I'm not a sociopath
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm a few incidents away, though.
Okay. Approaching. Slowly approaching. Dude, remember
No,
the...
I'm kidding. I'm not a sociopath.
You
On
know-
the record, Tommy's currently taking out a small rabbit from his pocket and shoving a pocket's knife in its neck.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Dude,
Where's Foofster?
you remember that Ronald Reagan?
Oh, the president?
Yeah.
Of the
Remember that
United-
guy?
Yeah, I do.
Remember that old Nancy Reagan?
Yeah, his wife.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Tommy?
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, did you hear the word on the street about Nancy?
What's that?
Apparently, Just Say Yes Nancy was her old nickname because she used to be a glizzy gobbler.
Wow.
I love how last week we were talking the headline, like we were talking a story about like how they put a fucked up headline with like Nick Cannon, and like the headline for this from hiphopwired.com is "Just Say Gawk. Twitter in shock learning Nancy Reagan was an alleged glizzy gobbler." That's news today, guys.
And
Yeah, on hopwire.com. But what isn't in the news is the Epstein trial.
that's very true.
Nobody's talking about that. And I don't want to talk about that at all. But
then
just
we would
saying,
get shut down
it's
by the
kind of
government.
weird that nobody's talking about it. Like, none.
I
No
agree.
news network has said anything.
Hold on, read this quote.
This is pulled from an unauthorized biography alleging that Mrs. Reagan was proficient in the arts of mouthwork. Nancy Reagan was, quote, renowned in Hollywood for performing oral sex. Just Say Yes Nancy, in the days when she was Nancy Davis, was known to give the best blowjob in town, not only in the evening but in offices. That was one of the reasons she was very popular on the MGM lot. It must have made her very popular with Ronnie as well.
That's fucked up. That was the lady that's writing this unauthorized biography. It was like, let me just talk about her sucking dick.
But the memes are good.
Every pic of Nancy Reagan has new meaning. She used to suck off Ray
That's
Charles
good
and
stuff.
Sammy Davis. That is funny.
Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I would have gotten some slob from Nancy. Why not?
Yeah, dude.
I wonder how good Hillary Clinton's blowjobs were.
I can't
You
imagine.
think they were good?
Apparently not.
I feel like
Apparently not.
you don't live past finishing, you know.
Yeah, you die.
She's like a praying
Wow.
mantis.
Wow, they're so good.
She's like, she doesn't want the word to get out that it's terrible, so
Yeah.
she just murders them.
Oh yeah.
She's like a praying
yeah,
mantis.
that was funnier than the idea I had in my head. My thing was like it was so bad that they just die in the middle. It was like I'd rather die than experience another minute of this.
She would be mid double hand twist gawk and be putting on leather gloves, and the John would be like, "Why is she putting on gloves?" And she'd pull out a silenced pistol and shoot him in the head. And then he killed himself with 2 bullets.
Did you see that that Ghislaine Maxwell trial tracker account on Twitter got
Yeah, it got
suspended?
deleted.
Yeah.
That's for what? What
And-
did they say?
And the Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker account
Yeah,
too.
they were ran by the same person, I think. Because I started following that when I followed the Epstein thing. Because I'm like, I don't want to fucking hear what's going on. I want everyone to go down
Oh,
who was
yeah.
involved in that.
Yeah. What was the justification they gave for shutting down those accounts?
I don't know.
No, it's all
Everyone's
all crazy.
attributing it to like that new CEO.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Ghislaine Maxwell.
Elaine Manuel.
She wants to allow anonymous defense witnesses.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that someone's going to defend her, but it's not going to be anyone that anyone. They're going to be like, no, you can't tell them who it is.
Yeah, so
It's like Bill Clinton, like, she's really good.
she was
She,
really
really great. That's how Bill Clinton sounds. Really great.
Do your best, Bill Clinton.
I know. I'm not like, it'll sound bad, and then that'll be funnier than the impression.
That's good crack.
Maybe if I listen.
She plans to call 35 defense witnesses, and she wants them to be
They're all
anonymous.
going to be
Yeah,
14-year-old women.
Yeah, Bill Gates is there, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew. Fucking, they're all like,
They-
oh, yeah, she's great.
It's like when
She
they
never did any of
they
that.
go behind like one of those glass windows, like Deal or No Deal, and it's like the dealer, and it's just like a black silhouette.
it's like-
She never did anything wrong. She was always a very giving and lovely person.
no,
And
but
then-
like the
and then
outline is clearly like Bill Gates.
Yeah,
and
it's
Bill
clearly
Clinton.
Bill Clinton and
Add-
it's Bill Clinton and Bill Gates just switching, back and forth,
My fellow
wearing different
Americans.
hats. Like,
She
oh,
did not do nothing wrong.
She did nothing
And
wrong.
then the thing comes down, and it's him in a Groucho Marx mustache and goggles.
She was
Yeah,
very, was very
Fake
nice.
mustache.
and he's like, all right, now for the next witness,
She was
Jill Blinton. But
I mean,
she was
Yeah.
very good, man. Very nice lady.
she's a good woman. We
Well,
had a
she's
lot
no,
of
that's-
good
that's
times.
just Bill Gates wearing a fake mustache.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, his wife left him.
So you like stocks, right? You like to invest.
I did until today.
Okay.
Let me see.
You've been getting killed, Tommy.
Been getting killed out here.
Killed.
The market. Well, dude, maybe you can invest in Afghanistan.
Yeah, like the
The Taliban urges Chinese to invest in Afghanistan. That's a headline, folks, from the Economic Times.
That's great. You always love to hear that happening.
and
The
vowed
Taliban-
to vowed to ensure their security. That sounds kind of like
Yep.
what the mafia does for businesses.
Yeah, we
Would
hope.
be a shame if we went and terroristed you.
The quote is, "We hope all
okay.
traders, in particular
Literally.
Chinese investors, to invest in Afghanistan and the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan will ensure their security."
Yeah, they'll do that as soon as they kill all the Muslims in their own country.
Who, China?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
right.
that's-
Wait,
they're-
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
that's what he said earlier when he sat down and saw that.
that's ridiculous. There's genocide going on in China,
Uh-huh.
and LeBron James isn't talking about it because Chinese people apparently just love the NBA. I don't know why.
It's
They're-
huge.
Ask Ben Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, China Ben Frank.
Do you think Ben Frank's like a double agent for? I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
make, I'm not going
God.
to make any accusations on this.
Ben
podcast.
Frank
Ben
is a
Frank.
Chinese spy.
We know. Sleeper agent Ben Frank. He's infiltrating the government through the New York City
That's
open
crazy.
mic comedy scene.
That's crazy.
No, but yeah, they do love NBA out there, but there's some not great things happening over there with with Chinese.
And it's not funny at all.
Oh, well, obviously not.
Could be funny.
I was just saying that because this is like a comedy podcast. They're like getting really serious, so I'm like, and it's not funny. That's what I do on stage when I say something and no one laughs. That's
Do you
my new
think
thing
it's-
now. I go, that's funny.
Do you think it's funny that Elon's the Time Person of the Year?
Yeah, I feel like he's a better person of the year than Greta Thunberg was.
Well, Greta Thunberg just wanted to go to school.
No, she
Yeah.
didn't want to go to school. She still hasn't gone to school. She doesn't. She
That's
doesn't
gonna
need
be a
it
thing
though.
in 10 years. It's gonna be like catching up with Greta Thunberg. She's like, I just wish I went to school. I never went to school, and I don't know math now. I never learned school. I was too busy doing the climate, and now I've never went to school.
You ruined my life. You ruined my school. 2 + 2 = weather. I don't know.
Climate.
Yeah, dude. Elon got it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a
People on
controversial
Twitter were
statement.
enraged.
I know. I'm pro Elon Musk.
How could-
I
how
feel like
could
he's
you
the
not-
Leonardo da
controversial.
Vinci of our generation.
How could you not be?
These guys fucking. I don't like the idea when people are like, "There's bad things happening on Earth and people are making rocket ships and going into space." I'm like, "Yeah, we're fucked, guys. There's nothing gonna change that.
Yeah, we've
we're
known
done
that.
here.
Dude,
The Earth
Dude,
is
here's-
over."
Dude, here's some tweets. Some tweets I saw today replying to it because people were up in arms. One person said, "Really, not healthcare workers or teachers during the 2 years."
they
of
got it
pandemic.
last year, didn't they?
Not virologists.
Didn't they get it last year?
They created the
Who was
fucking
the
pandemic.
2020 person of the year? Because I'm pretty sure it's the healthcare workers.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I'm not. It's just like, how do you make it it's the person of the year. I feel like that's one of those things that it's just like it's always gonna be someone that's doing something.
Crazy. He's doing good things. Electric cars are.
No, it's not
good.
even that. Like those people weren't doing good things. It's just like the person of the year
No,
for
no,
Time magazine.
Greta Thunberg wasn't really doing anything.
Oh well, I was referring more to
if
like
you
all
want
the
to do
healthcare
something,
stuff.
instead of bitching to Americans, because we're the only country that lowered emissions. No other country did. Instead of bitching at Americans, go bitch at China and India, who are the worst global polluters of all of them, and a majority of it comes from them. They also have really old civilizations, so you can't really completely blame them, because when there's 1 billion people living in your country, you're going to make a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
So, but shut up, Thunberg.
Yeah.
What's that about?
We're trying to charge my phone.
Yeah, here, just put it. You reach across and just do it.
I'll do face for you. Yeah. I just was thinking I'm not going to be able to get home if my phone dies.
You got to go to school,
I have to go to school.
dude. Did you like cacti? Have you guys ever drank cacti?
I thought it was
What's
garbage from day one.
The Travis Scott seltzer.
I was on
I-
Trackers.
oh,
I was
yeah.
looking for it. I got it. I thought it was
Tommy,
garbage.
did you wait live
Oh, it was
for it?
Kamala Harris and Joe Biden
Yeah, I
were the
looked at
person
that.
of the year.
Yeah.
It was Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. They both won the person of the year.
Persons.
That's great. What a great time.
It should have been Brian Laundrie.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Brian Laundrie's still alive.
Person of the year. Well,
Imagine
dude,
Tommy was Brian Laundrie the whole time.
Yeah, well, it was. Oh, so his Spike Seltzer was discontinued after Astro World disaster.
yeah, you were there, right?
No,
At Astro World.
no.
Tommy, you don't have to deny it anymore. No one's going to listen.
No, you were at the one that happened at the Grizzly Pear.
Yeah, the one I told you guys about, TJ Francis. Was
What
hosting-
happened?
Well, TJ Francis was hosting the 4 o'clock
Mike.
mic there, right? And there's another 4 o'clock mic at Greenwich Village comedy place.
Mm-hmm.
and that got canceled. So everyone moved over
To the pair.
to the pair, and TJ went to bring the list out, and the entire crowd rushed forward to sign up.
And
Yeah.
some people
And it
were
was in
trampled.
Some people were trampled. Matt Bowman died. David H. was running over people with scooters.
That's true.
I
there were
heard
some
that.
I
fatalities.
couldn't breathe. I dropped my fucking PBR on the floor.
I heard some people were walking around with syringes and just shooting people up with
Yeah,
some
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That was
Jesus.
that was also David H. doing that.
Dude.
Yeah.
He was just rolling dirty.
Yeah,
David H. loves scooting through a crowd.
yeah. He
Dude.
loves scooting out of the mic too.
Are you
after a
gonna
set.
Are you gonna do the pair this week, or are you staying
Oh,
away?
I've never done. I went to the pair like once,
Yeah.
and some girl went up, and she was like one of these like, I'm a girl. I'm dating a guy. It's like, okay. And she was like really in your face with her comedy, kind of like it's kind of like overselling, overperforming in a room that's like not, giving you that energy.
Uh-huh.
And then she proceeded to like go up, and then I went up, and then she just started leaving during my set right after she went, and she's
And as
talking
we
to
know, you don't like that at all.
she's fucking talking to someone else too. They're like leaving together. They're like I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And what happened?
And then she became Amy Schumer. Dude.
And that was
Ridiculous.
Amy Schumer.
That I'll never go back there again.
Damn.
That's classic.
Yeah, if people leave during your set, I feel like they're dead. They're done.
Hatred.
I'm like gotten so used to it now where like if I see someone leaving during Tommy's set, I'm like, oh no, here he goes.
Every right after
Stupid bitch.
right after the show, he's just gonna come up to us and be like, "Are they fucking kidding me, man?" And then we're gonna be like, "Oh, Fall River, yeah, but Fall River stays."
I love Fall Rivers.
Tommy's Fall River's #1 fan.
Well, we're getting to that point, Tommy. Do you have any closing regards? Anything for the people where they could find you, what you're up to, where you'll be at, anything?
Just come to Gold Sounds on Tuesday
Hell
at
yeah.
8:30.
Are you
Aggressively
doing
chill.
aggressively chill?
I don't know. They like putting me up, and that's about it. But hopefully this year I'll make some moves and actually do some stuff.
Listen, dude, we're gonna get our show in Hoboken. You can get up every time.
Hoboken.
Bro Boken.
And we're gonna see Tommy in
I
some
feel
sketches.
like Tommy, have you ever stepped foot in New Jersey?
No.
I feel like you actually.
I went to Cape May.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
was nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that's
I
the
hear
most southern
Jersey, and I
part.
hear Jersey, and I'm like, ugh.
I hate that
literally.
perception. Of it.
It's literally how I feel.
There's way better things in Jersey. I would argue Jersey's better than Connecticut.
Maybe.
Ooh, you got him.
Maybe.
We got
I don't
stuff.
know. New Jersey? Oh, where do you live? New Jersey.
How about this, Thomas Holder?
Cool.
How about this, Leverett?
I don't know anything about New Jersey other than you drive through it, and there's just
How about
fog
this?
everywhere.
That's not true.
And all the fucking people from
That's
there.
what my friends from Texas, when they were like my friends that I met in London, they're like, "Isn't Jersey just gray?" I'm like, "What the fuck
It
are you
is.
talking
It's
about?"
gray. It turns gray when people
about
who
this,
aren't from there
Tommy?
drive through there.
How about this, Tommy?
Yeah, that's the welcome.
#1 public school system in the country, which you could probably argue in the world.
where I grew up, it was pretty good.
We're #1. We're 30 minutes from the city,
All right, enough.
1 hour from the beach.
You got him. You got him riled
We
up.
got the woods and the mountains for hikes. We're the Garden State, so I don't get where this gray perception comes from.
The sky when you drive
Yeah.
through.
You know what it is? The problem is Newark is our airport, and it's a pretty large hub. And you drive into Newark, and it's like, all right, yeah,
I
this
would
is
never go
great.
to Newark.
Yeah, you
They're
wouldn't
like,
watch
what
it.
flights do you want? It's like, oh, I could get a $50 Delta flight flying out of Newark, or a $400 out of JFK.
You're an idiot.
I'll fucking go JFK.
That's just financially irresponsible.
I hate New Jersey.
You probably live closer to the Newark airport.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No. Yeah,
I
you
live
do.
over here.
Joey went to Newark because it was faster to get there than JFK.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true. It was
That's not
faster
true.
to get there than Wayne,
Oh, okay.
so I didn't go to Wayne.
Yeah, I don't even know what Wayne Airport is, but I probably
There's
hate
no
it.
airports where we
Wayne,
grew
no,
up.
Wayne Airport's right next to the Valley.
Did you
my
know
high
that
school.
Wayne used to be an airport? Like that's what it, like Hamburg Turnpike. Well, I don't know why I'm making this point on the podcast, but it was.
I didn't know that.
Over COVID, I was just like, I'm gonna read books, and I bought a book about the history of Wayne, New Jersey, and it was an airport.
Do you ever learn about your hometown like that?
My hometown? No.
It was the
I
home
went to
of Jack the
Coggin Regional High School. That was the name of my
That was the name of your high school.
long swamp.
What was your high?
Oh,
What were you like in high
Coggin
school, like
Chuck.
Tommy?
What?
Like, what was your thing? Did you play sports? Did you do theater?
No, I fucking tried out for soccer in 7th grade after doing soccer camp like my entire life, and I knew how to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fucked up my ankle, and then I didn't make the team, and I cried.
Like a
then
baby?
Then you hung
I
it up.
cried, and then I hung it up. I was also very small. I was a late bloomer.
Your little baby.
Yeah. I
So
used
then
to
what
be
did
like
you do in
6
high
inches
school? What
shorter.
was your thing?
Fucking getting in trouble in school. Just being an idiot.
Class clown.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
If I didn't win that and EJ Luther won,
What happened to EJ Luther?
well, he didn't. I forget what he won. I think he won most outgoing.
I'll
But I
tell
was
you what.
worried.
I was on Netflix yesterday. He's got a special.
Damn it! I've got to go, dude.
Folks, we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, sorry if I overshared.
No.
But it's your fault for listening to this, you
It's
fucking
not about
idiots. How
oversharing.
dare you all trust
We love
Joey
Tommy
and
Holder.
Matt?
Our fans love us.
No,
Yeah.
I bet they do. I'm just
and
messing around.
and they're gonna love you.
You're all really smart. You're all really smart.
Folks, smoke them if you got them. That's
Smoke
been
'em if you
Tommy
got
Holder,
'em.
the
Yeah,
fifth.
dude, don't do heroin, all right?